Hi everyone, Stephanie here, and today I decided that I wanted to post a video for the first time. And when thinking about what I wanted to post about, I decided to go back to the beginning of what I think is the foundation to succeeding and overcoming our fears and obstacles, and that's self-confidence. Whenever I talk about self-confidence with any of my students or my clients, I first talk about how self-confidence has to come from within and not from the outside. And that's sometimes really hard because we are brought up in a society where we know when we're doing something good, or we think we know when we're doing something good based on the feedback that we're getting from other people. But really, we should be able to figure out what feels good for us. We should know when we're making the right decision because internally it feels good. We should feel good about performances or something we wrote or how we've showed up for an event because we feel empowered by it, not because of the accolades or the feedback that we're getting from other people. And if we're able to build this confidence from the inside out, then we're able to really be our best advocate as we go on into the world and doing different challenges. And one of the hardest things, though, with self-confidence and specifically coming from the inside out is that we have these little voices in our head that sometimes are always telling us that we're wrong or we're not good enough, or if we only did this, we'd be better and we're not quite ready. And that little voice, I like to call our inner monologue, but it's usually referred to as self-talk. And we can kind of think of them as like the little angel and the devil. And the importance, or the things that we want to work on, is trying to limit the negative self-talk and build up the positive self-talk, empower that. Because if we can empower that, then we're empowering ourselves. And so the first thing I want you guys to think about when thinking about self-confidence and self-talk is just noticing when you're in a situation or you're up against an obstacle or in a conversation with somebody, where does your mind first go? Does it go to a more negative, self-condescending or self-deprecating place, or does it go to a more positive, open-minded place? And something to think about is this idea of a spiral. And so if we continue to think positively, our spiral is going to go up, and we're going to continue to stay open and excited and welcoming and ready to take on any challenge that is coming our way. But if we have even the smallest negative thought, that could then spiral into what's called the downward spiral, or a vicious cycle. And one negative thought becomes a second, and then a third, and then the fourth. So just think in the next day or 2 days or over the next week, think about, where does your mind go? And if you're noticing that it's going to a more negative place, even if it's a small negative thought, think about taking a breath and stopping and just letting that go. And just start with that and see if that changes your mindset, not only of yourself, but of the people in the world around you. Thank you for listening.